I have always absolutely adored Christmas. Like, it's genuinely been such a massive part of what I love, which is stupid to say because I know every kid loves Christmas, but like, I took it to the extreme. Like, I used to decorate my room through and through. Like, I would make little paper Santa hats and put them on every character that I had a poster of. I used to make like little snowflakes, the ones where you cut them in half and then open it up and it's like symmetrical. I used to make like loads of them, put them on string hanging from my ceiling. I had a full-size tree in my room. There was tinsel everywhere, there was lights everywhere. I used to spend the whole of December just walking around with a Christmas hat. I love Christmas, and I still do. But oh my god, what I wouldn't give to just have one more Christmas as like, I don't, maybe like 7 or 8. Like, oh my god, not even just the day of Christmas, but I feel like just the whole festive season is so just incredible as a kid. Like, just the run up to Christmas, and I love just films and TV, especially at Christmas, and I used to record every single film that came on, and we'd rarely ever watch through all of them, but I would still record them nevertheless, just in case, like just in case I wanted to watch them. And I'd spend every single afternoon watching a film. And we had a fire. We still have a fireplace, but it's a real fireplace. So we had a real fire going, and I'd just have the tree in the corner, and I'd have a film on, and I'd like fall asleep and have a nap. We'd been on a walk maybe in the morning or something, and they're just the best days. Like, they just are. And the run up to Christmas, I mean, getting your Argos catalogue and circling what you want and cutting it out, or making up the list that you want of toys and just like hoping. And then also, I mean, I didn't as much when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I've appreciated so much being able to buy people presents. Like, honestly, I prefer giving presents than receiving them, and I know everyone sort of says that, and it's a bit like, oh, I'm actually more of a giver than a receiver. But like, genuinely, the joy I feel when I give someone a present that they didn't expect and they're just like really happy with it makes me feel so much better than receiving anything. Because just like, don't get me wrong, I still love receiving presents and it's still nice, but just being able to make someone else happy is a lot better in my opinion. Christmas Day, man. We still sort of try and keep a similar routine to what we used to, but like, me and my sister, my brother hates waking up in the mornings, so me and my sister used to wake up at like 6 a.m, 6:30, and we each had a stocking on the end of our beds, and so they'd get filled with maybe like 4 or 5 little presents. And so me and my sister would start the morning by sitting together and opening these 4 or 5 presents, and they would just be like sort of small things. And like I remember one year we got top trumps, so we spent like the next half an hour, because we're not allowed to get anyone up before 7 o'clock, so we spent the next half an hour playing top trumps on my sister's bed. And then we spent, after it hit 7, the next half hour just trying our absolute hardest to get everyone up. My mum is not a morning person, my brother's not a morning person, so he would just like moan and say, I want to sleep in, I want to lie in bed. My mum would be doing the exact same thing, and it was painful. But when we finally got them up, it was absolutely like the best moment, walking downstairs and seeing the piles of presents, seeing if Santa had come. I used to take it to the extreme where obviously you write your letter to Santa for like the presents and things that you want, but I would also write him a letter on Christmas Eve. I would put it with the milk and the cookies and the mince pie. We didn't do cookies, it was mince pie, and a carrot for the reindeer. And I used to write him letters and like ask him questions. And one year I asked for a signature, so I'd get a response letter back, answering all my questions, and then we would look at the presents. And then what we would do is we would spend the first sort of 20 minutes We've done this more so as we've gotten older, but now what we do is we exchange the gifts from like us, so like mine to my brother and sister, mum and dad, my sisters to us, and things like that. My brother's moved out now, so that's a little bit less of a thing, but we'd do that and then we'd go and have breakfast. And I don't know if this is a normal thing or not, but we go extra on Christmas breakfast. Like, we go, oh, I love it. I love it so much. We get pork pie, Scotch egg, we have a ham, we have little cobs, and then obviously you can have your cereal if you want, and we get all like cheeses, so then you can have like a ham and cheese cob, and it's brilliant. We do that because I think we have dinner a little bit later than a lot of people. We sort of probably have dinner like 2-3 o'clock. So we have that, keeps us going, it's lovely, it's brilliant, and then it's back to open the main shebang, all the rest of the presents. And this is going to sound really weird, but my favourite moment, we have like a fire going all through the day on Christmas Day. My dad makes it right at like as soon as we go downstairs, 7:30, and it stays blazing until the end of the day. But my favourite moment is when everyone's opened all their presents, and you cannot see like the floor because it's just covered in paper, and it's just chaos, and I love it. I don't know why I love that, but I just love it. And I love like that moment of everyone just looking at all their new stuff and being like, oh, this is nice. And then you go get ready, and this sort of bit has like changed over the years for us, because I mean, we would then go and get ready, and then in the last few, probably, I don't know how many years, sort of 8-9 years I would say, we've then gotten ready, and my dad goes and starts cooking dinner, and we'll just play with our new, whatever it is, toys, new phone, reading a book that we got, whatever it is, we do that. In recent years, we've now had a dog for the past 4 years, so we've been not playing with him, taking him a walk. Years before that, it would be more so like going and seeing people. So you open your presents, then you go get ready, and you go around all your grandparents. We've been relatively unfortunate in that department. I've lost all my grandparents. Like, I think I lost my first one when I was maybe 7 or 8, and then between then and 16, I lost all of them. So Christmas has slowly sort of diluted in that way, because we used to go around everyone's houses. I have a very weird, vivid, like very clear memory of going around to my grandparents and opening up a character box of Star Wars characters, and it was from episode 2, I think, and there was just like a row of characters, and I was like, oh my god, that is incredible. Or there was another year where I was sulking upstairs because I'd got a Ben 10 game, and I wanted to play it because it was mine, and my brother had started playing it and taken over, so I went upstairs and started crying on Christmas Day. And then my grandparents came round and bought us beanbags, and oh my god, those beanbags, blue, like fluorescent blue beanbags, that they have held some memories. We don't have them anymore, because this was probably when I was like 7 or 8. But those beanbags served a purpose. Like, we used them so much. The amount of times another like really clear memory I have, this probably wasn't too long ago, it's probably 7 or 8 Christmases ago, maybe a little bit more actually, because the beanbags have been gone for a while. But I just remember sitting on the beanbag, fire next to me, tree in front of me, and Home Alone being on the TV. Oh my god, that is brilliant. And then after we have dinner, you have that chill down. What we do, so you get so unbelievably full, and then it's probably, by the time you've eaten and everything like that, it's 3-4 o'clock, and we have like basically a nap time where we put a film on. It's normally like either a Christmas film or a classic, like sort of Wizard of Oz. I remember my grandma wanted to watch Sound of Music one year, so we put that on, and then everyone just like naps, falls asleep, because it's a long day. you gotta recharge, and I love that time. I love that time though, because it's like breathe. You can breathe. You can chill. The dinner's done, and now it's just time to relax. And then in the evening, over recent years, my auntie and uncle would come round, or my brother since he's moved out, or Anna would come round, and we'd just play games all night. We always get the Wii out. Wii Sports is always a classic. Bowling every single Christmas, or Mario Kart, things like that. Board games as well. I absolutely love board games. Not necessarily, it's not like your classics like Monopoly and stuff like that. We have this one, I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's kind of like Trivial Pursuit, but you get an app which asks you the questions, and it's brilliant because it like updates all the time. Which is really cool. Like you get you get some questions and you're like, that was only in the news like 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. I like it. It's a good concept. I can't remember the name of it, but if anybody can, comment below what it is. But yeah, over the years, Christmas has changed so much, as it will when you grow up. But I do miss the magic of that, like the magic of seeing all the lights everywhere and going to the light switch on in the local town and just the absolute joy of it. And I tell you what my favourite day was, and this is probably the day that has changed the most, I would say, for me, because Christmas Day is still incredible, but Boxing Day morning, oh my god, this is probably just a me thing, I don't know if anybody can relate to this or not, but Boxing Day morning used to be my favourite time because I essentially didn't open any of my toys or play with anything on Christmas Day. Like, I've never understood when people get a new like Xbox game and they spend Christmas Day playing it. That just seems wrong to me. Like, surely you want to spend Christmas Day with your family. And also, like, I liked to display all of my presents, so I'd have it all in a big display. And so Boxing Day was when I was finally like, right, I'm going to crack into stuff and open it. It wasn't a rule, like my mum and dad didn't go, no, you can't open it until Boxing Day. It was just a weird thing that I liked to do. But then Boxing Day morning, I remember one of the absolute best ones is the living room's an absolute mess. Like, there's stuff everywhere. Everyone's got all their presents in piles in different sections of the room. And I'd got this bag of like 100 green soldier, like the little green soldiers off of Toy Story, and I literally had a all-out war going on in the living room. Like, they were set up in every different corner of the room. It was so good. Oh my god, I loved it. But that Boxing Day, like, we essentially sort of do Christmas V2 on Boxing Day. So like in the morning, you know, you open your stuff up. My dad loves Boxing Day because it's where you like get into stuff. Like, he's literally this year, they've just bought a new coffee machine, and he said, no, we're not having it out now. I want to save it as something to do on Boxing Day. Like, if you had a new Lego set, Boxing Day was when you were building it. And then we have, like, a Christmas dinner second time around. We eat all, like, the leftovers because there's so much leftovers, but then we also, like, cook some new fresh little bits. Sometimes you need a top up on potatoes and stuff like that. Oh, I love Christmas dinner. And then we have the same afternoon nap with a film, and then in the evening we pretty much do the same thing again. Games, people coming around, stuff like that. Which I love because I love stretching out the festive season and like the Christmas period. Because it shouldn't just be one day. Like, this year, we're doing what I've just like described. But Boxing Day I'm going around to Anna's grandparents. And then the day after Boxing Day, my auntie and uncle are coming around for an evening sort of like do. And it's just brilliant. Like, just... this will forever annoy me. People who take down their Christmas tree, and if you do this, I'm sorry, but you are just stupid and wrong. Like, people who take down their decorations in Christmas tree on, like, Boxing Day or the day after Boxing Day, like, I kind of get it if you have work in that week, but at least leave it up till New Year. Least. At absolute minimum, New Year. Like, I love that week, and I'm so glad that I am blessed with a job that they give me the week off from Christmas? From Christmas to New Year. They give me the week off, and every single day of that, you better know that I am sitting by the fire, watching a film and napping every afternoon with the tree lights twinkling, after I've probably been on a walk with my dog Freddie, like a big long walk in the cold, wrapped up, and then you warm up by the fire with a film. Oh, it's brilliant. I just love it. I love Christmas time so much. I made this video to sort of say how much I would give to spend a Christmas again as a child. But the more I've actually spoken about it, I still love it so much. Like, I actually love Christmas so much. Like, even now, it makes me sad, like, when people don't get it that much. And I think it has a lot to do with family and how close you are with your family and how much your family care about it as well. And so I suppose I'm so like grateful and blessed to have a family that I love and get on with and everything like that. Because I can't imagine Christmas like without that. And I'm so, this is like my last Christmas at home because I'm moving out. I've bought a house like last year and I've been renovating it. And so it's nearly done. And so next year I'll be moving, like in the new year. And then it's all just going to change. And I'm kind of scared about that actually, like Christmas time especially. It makes me sad because Anna doesn't like, she gets hay fever around real Christmas trees. And I've grown up with a real Christmas tree, like always, and I've always been so against fake trees. Because fake trees, they just look fake. They don't look good. They're too pristine. And I love the feel of like a real tree. And you get the smell of the real tree. It's so good. But I will never have that again at home. Oh, that makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. But I'm looking forward to moving out with. I don't know. I'm not gonna wake up like even to like last year, and probably I'll still probably do it this year as well. Me and my sister still wake up early, and then go and have to try and wake up my mum. And this is the last year that I'm gonna do that, which is a very weird thought. But I'm curious, I'd love to know in the comments about your Christmas day, what your favourite traditions are, what your favourite part of it is. Genuinely, let me know in the comments, because it does really interest me.